This video provides a step-by-step guide on how to use the WorkSafe Instructor Zone to register your courses, enroll your learners and submit courses for certification. When you have scheduled a training course, you need to add the details to our portal. This is called the course notification process. To create a new course notification, go to the courses page using the top menu navigation. Click Add Course Notification. Complete all of the boxes on this page. The course field is linked to your instructor approval level. This means if you cannot see the course you will be teaching on the drop-down, it hasn't been added to your approvals. You need to contact us to discuss this. You can use the additional details text box to provide any useful information, such as the name of any additional trainer if you are teaching more than 12 students. The address field should be used to provide the address where the training is taking place, and the phone number should be the contact number of the instructor. This is especially useful if we choose to schedule a verification visit, so the verifier can get in touch on the day if needed. Please note, we will always inform you of an intended verification visit using a separate process and in advance of the visit. Once all the fields have been completed, click Submit and the course will be added to the system. You will then be redirected back to your courses page, where you can see that the notification was successfully created and the status is showing as open. At this stage, you should also note the course ID number. This will be needed if you intend using our digital self-assessments later in your course. How to order course materials. Click the Supplies tab to order your course materials. Visit the Instructor Resources section of the shop to choose either digital or paper student packs. We have a wide range of other training support materials also available. Now you are ready to deliver your WorkSafe training course. Digital course registration. At the start of the course, your learners can add themselves to the online course register using our digital course registration process. They simply need to scan the QR code on the title slide, which you will need to have inserted from your instructor profile page. The QR code will link them to your online course notification, and they simply enter their name and date of birth securely. Teaching your course. You can deliver WorkSafe courses using either paper or digital training packs. Paper packs are single-use products designed for each learner and contain a reference manual to take away from the course. Digital training packs utilize our online reference material. A separate QR code links your learners to the WorkSafe Student Zone to access this. Assessments. If you are teaching with digital resources, the online self-assessment quiz and skills grids can be used and results will be attached to the course record in the Instructor Zone. Your learners will need to know the specific course ID for this to work. Course evaluation. Course evaluations must be completed for every WorkSafe training course. Evaluations can be completed online or via the copies in paper training packs. Paper copies must be uploaded manually to the course record, whereas online evaluations are automatically attached to your course. To use digital evaluations, your learners simply scan the same personal instructor QR code they use to register onto the course. Digital course evaluations also have the benefit of saving all your instructor feedback, which can be viewed in the Feedback tab. Claim certificates for your successful students. After delivering your training course, you need to submit learners for certificates. Log back into the instructor portal and go to the courses page. Find the previously entered course notification and click on it. Make sure you have the correct date. The pre-registered information will be displayed at the top of the page. If you have used digital registration, your learner details will be visible in the student section, and you will only need to add an evaluation code and result to each entry. Alternatively, If you are using a course register to collect student names, you will need to add their details manually now. Click Add Student. Complete the student details. The date of birth is required so that we can match a student in the future if they require a certificate copy and for verification of a qualification by a third party. Enter the evaluation code in exactly the same format as it was supplied to you. Letters, numbers, numbers. Evaluation codes can be pre-printed on evaluation forms or provided in spreadsheet format. You will have received these codes via an email when you ordered your student packs. If you have completed a First Aid at Work course, enter the examination score in the score box. For all other courses, this box can be left blank. Tick the Passed box to indicate the student passed the course. Certificates will only be processed for entries that show as passed. When all details are complete, click Add Student and the entry will be saved to our database and will be displayed in the list of students for this course. At this stage, if you need to make an amendment, you can click any student entry and make a correction if needed. However, once an evaluation code has been entered, you will not be able to delete the student and the evaluation code will be deemed to have been used. If the course you have taught is a blended learning course, you will need to ensure a certificate of e-learning completion has been added to the learner record. This can be completed by individual learners if using digital registration or by the instructor. When all students have been entered, you must finalize the course. You will be asked to confirm that all the learner details are correct. Check the box and click Finalize. You will no longer be able to make any changes as your students have been submitted to the WorkSafe certification team for processing. When the team have generated certificates for the learners, the course status will change to Processed. Certificates will be automatically emailed to the person who entered the course notification. This person must now forward the certificates to the individual students. We do not send certificates direct to students. Course Records. At the bottom of the course page is an area where you can upload your course paperwork. Any paperwork you have used on your course can be added here. You can scan these documents as single or multiple pages. Click Upload Document and attach from your own device. The records are now attached to the course in our portal and are ready for the WorkSafe team to view. Thank you for watching this video. If you need further help or assistance with our instructor portal, please contact the WorkSafe office.